Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avery. I'm 24 years old and I live in the Midwestern United States, so in the Midwest. I make videos all about personal finance and budgeting, and in today's video we're going to be going over my April budget. I have a pretty tight schedule today because I have a lot going on, so I'll try to make this quick. The main thing I'll say for the month of April is I'm trying to make it a low spend month. So I have spent a lot of money in the month of March. I just didn't really give myself any limits, or I didn't impose any self-discipline, so I have put myself in a situation where I just want to cut back on my spending for the month of April. So that's going to alter my budget a little bit. And then another thing I want to do in the month of April is max out my 2022 Roth IRA. So I'll be moving some money around in this video for that as well. So if you want to stick around, continue watching. First thing I'll say is I use the budgeting software YNAB Budget or YNAB. I'll have a link down below for a 34-day free trial if you want to try it, but I need to make sure I mention that because sometimes I don't. So I get paid once a month, and I get paid at the end of every month. So I use last month's income to fuel this month's spending, essentially, and this month's bills. So for April, I have $3,304.83 to work with. This is a combination of my full-time job and just a little bit of interest on my high yield savings account. I think it gets 3.75% interest. So the more money I have in there, the better that account does. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Sorry that I've been MIA. I just haven't been feeling like making videos lately, but I'm feeling a bit more, I just don't like winter. So now that we're heading into spring, I think I should have some more energy, but my interests change from week to week, month to month, so don't hold me to it. But I'm feeling very like, let me focus on my budget. So I might actually have like things to say this month as far as videos go. So first thing I'm going to do is, if you notice for my April budget, I already have $858 for my rent covered. I live alone in a one bedroom, so I try to stay ahead on this since all the money is coming from me. There's no fallback plan. So I'm actually going to take $858 of my April paycheck, and I'm going to put it into May just so I could have that covered as well. So I always try to stay like one extra month ahead on that, if that makes sense. Another thing I have in my budget is this holding category. So it's like next month's spending. So I always have that as well. So I'm basically budgeting in April, but I already have the money for May as well, but I keep it in the holding category. Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe I should hide this from my budget or put it at the bottom, but in case you have questions about that. So looking at my budget here, I need to put $300 into the house down payment category so I can get it up to $4,000. Me and my boyfriend want to buy a house at some point in the future. For the vacation category, I'm going to delete this savings target because it's not necessary. I've been on vacation this week, so this is the last week of March when I'm filming this video, and I have been enjoying myself, and I'm about to go to Pittsburgh for a long weekend with my sister and her friend, and I'm going to meet up with one of my friends that lives in Pittsburgh. So I'm excited for that. But my next vacation, which I'll need to focus on, is in June, at the beginning of June, doing a few different things. So all that to be said, let's come back to the vacation category. My standing desk and walking pad, I think I'm going to dissolve this category and put it into the future moving fund. I am moving in with my boyfriend into his apartment in July. So I've been saving a little bit of money to just get ready for that. Pet, we'll come back to that one. Gifts, I'm going to put $50 in here instead of $20 because I know, even though it's a low spend month, even though I want to cut back on my spending, I do know that I have a few planned expenses coming that are more like just gifts or spending, it's not really a bill. So my boyfriend's mom has a wedding shower. She's getting remarried. So I'll probably have to buy something for that. So that's $25. And then my dad, his birthday is in the month of April. So I'm going to set aside $25 for that as well. For groceries, this category is higher than I've had it in previous months. I've had it as low as like $150 before. So this is the highest it's ever been. And that's because I've been doing Home Chef, because Home Chef is like a meal delivery service. So similar to like HelloFresh, Sunbasket, you've probably heard of it. And if you want to try it, I'll put a link down below. But I have been enjoying it, but I get 3 meals a week and it costs I get 3 meals, 2 servings. So like 6 servings a week. And it costs about $70. But it's really nice as far as like food waste goes, and also just making sure I'm not overeating, because it's kind of easy to do that in the United States with portion sizes. So, and plus I'm getting healthy and fulfilling meals. That's all that to be said. That's why my groceries is higher, because I'm counting it as part of groceries instead of like some other category. So I'm saying that I need $400. But I am skipping a few months in the month of April, so I might not need this much, but I haven't had a chance to go back and check. Or I'm skipping a few weeks in the month of April because I just don't need it on certain weeks, because I have a good stockpile of food in my house that I want to make sure I eat. But $400 for that. Don't need to do anything with renter's insurance right now. Household, it says 25. Let's try 25. I feel like I might need to bump this category at some point, but right now 25 is fine. I know how much my electric bill is going to be. It's about $26, so I'm not going to do the full 45. I'm just trying to budget what I know it's going to be. For gas, I already have $96 in this account, like in this like category of my budget, and I've never had it be that expensive, so I'm going to not put any money into gas and see how that goes. $69.99 for my internet and $37.23 for my phone bill. So there's that. Transportation, I'm driving quite a bit more in the month of April, because I'll be driving back from Pittsburgh at the start of April, and I'll be working in my hometown a little bit at the bakery, so I know I'll be driving a bit more for that. But I should still be fine with the 106 I have in the account and plus another 100 more. Car insurance, I save for this across like for every 6 months, and I pay it twice a year, so $64.29 for this month. Auto maintenance, I have it in my notes that I want to do $50 this month, so let's start with 50, and if I want to put more in, I'll come back to it. I'm going to put 125 instead of 100 into the medical category. 1, because I have some medical bills I need to pay, and 2, because my prescriptions are costing me a damn arm and a damn leg. So I am just feeling like I'm not ever building this category up, which is fine, but that's just not how, I just want to have a bit more of a buffer, if that makes sense. And I know I have like a $500 bill I need to pay for my medical, and I'll probably pay it in the month of April, but I'm trying to get it lowered before I do that. Here's a tip for you. Always apply for financial assistance if you can do it, when it comes to like hospitals and doctors and things like that, because they can sometimes reduce your bill, like how much you owe, by up to 100% if your income is low enough. Mine isn't, but I at least want to get like 50% off the top of it if I can. So just a little pro tip. My sister, she just did it she had to go to the emergency room like a month or 2 ago. I don't remember now. And they charged her $1,000. Like they sent her a bill for $1,000. But because of her income, she applied for financial assistance. And now the bill is down to $273. And then if you can't pay the full $273, just put it on a payment plan. It's like medical debt in the United States. That's a thing that you have to deal with and have to live with, unfortunately. But there are ways that you can help yourself, I guess. Or there's ways that you can get help, I guess, is what I mean. So just keep that in mind. $30 for therapy. Wellness is $139. This is my spin membership. Subscriptions, $20.32. This is Spotify, Apple Care for my phone, and Apple Storage, which is 99 cents. But I think I'm going to cancel it because it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. $8.25 for YNAB, so that's the budgeting software I'm using. I pay it once a year. My haircut fund, I'm going to put $25 in there, and I think in the month of May, I might get a haircut before my boyfriend's mom's wedding. So that's what I'm thinking with that. Christmas, I do take the amount that I want, $700, and I split it up over 12 months. So I start saving for next Christmas in the January of each year, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking $700. So we're gonna put $60 in there for this month. Emergency fund. I'm fine with 3,000 for now. My Roth IRA, let's come back to that one. Spending money. So I'm struggling with the spending category. I think maybe in May, I'm gonna have to like split this up instead of having like one lump sum category for like dining out, beauty expenses, so on, so forth, random things, clothes. It's just not working for me, but I am trying this since before I switch to that. Before I switch to separate categories, I'm trying this. And what I'm doing is I'm using their YNAB's target, like weekly spending target, instead of using the monthly target to try and limit my spending on like a weekly basis, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to do $175 total, so I have it at $43.75 per week is what it breaks down to. But another thing for the month of April is I'm trying to not dine out, because if I have the home chef and I have a bunch of groceries in my house already, like I have a ton of meat in the freezer, I don't really need to dine out as much. That being said, I am a human being that likes to do things, so I'm trying to actually just limit it to once per week, which just should be more than enough money for that, and trying not to do anything too expensive as far as dining out goes. So, all that to be said, let's put 175 in there, and then let me look at my notes and make sure I'm not missing anything. So I already put the $300 in the house down payment. I think I originally said I was going to put more into the spending, but let's not do that right this second. What I want to do is make sure I get the money I need for my Roth IRA. So this math isn't on the screen, I wrote this down. I need $3,550.90 in order to max out my 2022 Roth IRA. So I'm actually going to take the $2,074.68 I've been saving for student loans. I talked about this in my last video. I was toying with the idea of moving this to the Roth IRA since they can't seem to make a decision on the student loans. And ultimately, in the long run, investing more money when I'm younger just helps me way more than paying off like a low interest debt. That's kind of my mindset at the moment. So that's why I'm taking the $2,074.68 and moving it to the Roth IRA. So we're still down by... Oh, sorry. I need $2,440.10 to max out my Roth IRA. I don't know what I got it reversed. So I need a little over $2,400 in order to do this. So I'm going to let YNAB do the math for me by saying I need this amount. So I'm off by $365.42. So I'm going to put $365.42 in there. And now when I go to make this investment on the 1st of April, I will have officially maxed out last year's Roth. I hope that all made sense. And then I'm going to start working on 2023, but I can't promise I'll actually max it out because I usually don't have this much money just lying around doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? All that to be said, I have $376 remaining. So what do I want to do with this? I think I want to put money into $100 more into the vacation. I am going to do... I have $276.33. I'm kind of leaning towards holding this money for now. It's just because I don't really know. It'd be nice to just save this, but I don't know what to save it towards. I'm feeling a bit lost lately on savings goals because I'm not actively paying down debt since the student loans are in forbearance. And saving for the house is such a massive goal. And now that I only get paid once per month at my job, I just don't, it's not as exciting to save. You know what I mean? So it's kind of depressing, but it's not as exciting. So let's put 25 into the auto maintenance and to get that goal fully funded. And then I'm going to move the $200 from the standing desk category into the moving fund. And I'm going to delete this category because I have plans to buy the standing desk, and at least the standing desk and a new computer chair when I move in with my boyfriend. So it'll come out of the moving fund category. So let's delete that. Pet, I could put money in there. I could not. You know what I mean? Like, I just am very wishy-washy lately. So I'm actually just going to hold this money for now. And make a new category and just say, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to say, I don't know. Which is kind of boring, but I might put it in the Roth. I might put it towards the pet. I might put it in vacation. I'm not sure. Actually, take the money out. I'm already changing my mind. I'm going to put another 51.33 into vacation. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. And we'll put $200 into I don't know. And we'll see if I figure out what I want. So, yeah, all of my money is assigned, so I'm fully funded, or I've assigned every dollar, and I've given every dollar a job. Underfunded by 89, that's fine because it's my utilities categories that I'm underfunded by, and I already know what my electric bill is, and I already have money in this category for the gas bill, so it should be fine, is the way I see it. One last thing I'm going to say is thank you all for the call. I feel like I say this in every video. I say, sorry, I've been MIA. Sorry, I've been missing in action. And I say, thank you all for the sweet comments on the last video. My last video, I was feeling very depressed about my job, which, yeah, I was very down and very depressed about my job. I'm not want to like jinx anything. I don't want to speak too loudly because I guess I am a superstitious person is what I'm learning. But I'm on vacation, so I'm just not really thinking about it too much as far as work goes. I've been reading a lot of books. I haven't been doing anything for vacation until tomorrow, but I've just been enjoying myself, trying to relax and trying to embrace doing nothing. But what was I going to say? Oh, I don't want to say it too loudly, but work seems okay right now. We are finally fully staffed, but we're not fully trained. So it's like as we get more people trained, like fully trained, it should be good because we're fully staffed. You know what I mean? So like as people take on work that I was doing in my old position in the department, it frees up my time to focus on what my actual new job is. You see what I'm saying? All that to be said, it's okay at the moment. Again, don't tell anyone I said that because you know how it works. As soon as you speak something into the universe, it starts just finding ways to like prey on your downfall is how it feels sometimes. So everything is going all right. But thank you for the comments on the last video. I'm sorry I did not get to them because I was just feeling depressed, so I just didn't want to read them that much. I didn't want to respond, honestly. Sorry. Because it just made me think about the situation more, which wasn't making me very happy. I hope you understand. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. I'm thinking since I'm doing a low spend month that I am going to try to do the weekly spending updates similar to what other YouTubers do, like Katie of the House, YNAB Budgets, I think also does them, things like that. That way to stay accountable. That's just a thought. Okay, thank you. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.